Barcelona fans, let me tell you something. This match against Elche may actually look very simple to pick up 3 points from, but I don't think it's actually that simple, right? Because it's not just another La Liga match. This is the beginning of Barcelona's title defense, right? And potentially the beginning of a new Barcelona attack. So what should we actually be looking out for against Elche? So first of all, let's put the game into proper context, right? Barcelona is coming from a season where we've won back-to-back La Liga trophy, right? So, I mean, the assignment is very simple: win it 3 times in a row, right? I think this is a major objective for Barcelona this season. And like we had last season, we've been a lot of uncertainty, some questions being asked. Lewandowski is gone, Ferran Torres is also gone, and Barcelona have been able to acquire the signature of Anthony Gordon, Karim Adeyemi, and most importantly, Rodri, who has been brought in to dynamically control the tempo of our midfield. So when we walk into the field to play against Elche, I don't really want to see Barcelona just win, right? I really want to see what this call of players, right, the attacking players, what they are going to bring, what can they do differently, what is that spark, right, that anticipation we've had that this our attack is going to bring. That is what I really want to see. I want to see all of these players gel up. Now let's start with the biggest signing, Rodri, right? Barcelona have actually gone out to sign one of the best midfielders in the world of football, and the question is not whether Rodri is good enough, right? We already know that, right? So the question we should ask is, what will Rodri actually bring differently to this Barcelona midfield? You understand? What are we actually going to do differently now that we have Rodri? Because Barcelona have had technically gifted players over the years, the likes of Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Gavi, Marc Bernard, Dani Olmo, Femi Lopez, so there's this one thing we believe that Rodri is going to bring differently, right? To completely change our style. So control is one thing that I think Rodri is really gifted with, right? He knows how to receive the ball under pressure and dictates the tempo of the game, right? And is also very good at protecting the defense line. And this attribute actually make our attacking players stay very high up the field, right, to suffocate the defense of our opponent. And that is one reason I am actually looking forward to watching Barcelona midfield against Elche, right? Because if Rodri is able to control the tempo of the game, right, Barcelona is going to suffocate Elche. But there's one problem, right? Rodri has recently just joined Barcelona, having undergone a minor back operations, right? And the information reaching us now is that Rodri is currently registered in La Liga, and it could potentially feature in the match. And although I would not be surprised if Hansi Flick actually manages his minutes, because obviously, right, he is just coming back from an injury and he needs to get up to speed. So the match against Elche may not actually decide our race for the year, right? So I just hope he's not rushed back though, but I would love to actually see him play at least 20, 30 or even 45 minutes. Will not be bad, just to watch what he brings to this midfield, because the idea is actually to have him fully fit and firing for the rest of this season, where we have those important Champions League matches, title deciding matches, cup matches, where we actually need stability in our midfield. So having him fit will be our core. So now let's talk about something really, really interesting. Who scores the goal? Now that we are without Robert Lewandowski, right? During his time here at Barcelona, you may have actually criticized him, you've actually loved him, but I can't take away what he actually did for us, the kind of goals he scored, right? So now we don't have that traditional number 9. What are we now going to do, right? Yes, we've got Anthony Gordon, we've got Karim Adeyemi, Rafinha. At some point I think Hansi Flick was also trying out Lamine Yamal during the training to play first 9, right? So the idea of Flick may not actually be to necessarily have replace Lewandowski, but to give more responsibilities to the players to score goals, right? So let's not also sleep on a potential player that is coming up the rank in player of Hamza Abdul Karim. I watched that young man play football during the preseason, and I won't be lying to you right now. We have a gem in our hands, right? They already call him the Egyptian Erling Haaland, right? Because the kind of poacher goals he scores, he's running into the box, picking out defenders, sniffing off their nose just to pick a pass and tap it in. Or there was one particular goal he scored in which he actually he left himself in the air just to score that goal, and that gave me a good feeling of the kind of goals Erling Haaland scores. So we actually have, for me, I would say we actually have Ferran Torres's replacement in player of Hamza Abdul Karim, who for me is a traditional number 9, but we actually need that statement signing. We'll be chasing Julian Alvarez for a very long time, and the stubborn club Atletico Madrid just had to imprison him. They don't want to let him go. We still have a few more days to see if we can actually pick him up from Atletico Madrid. If something can happen, just that 1% hope. But if not, we need to actually build our scoring ability around the core of players we have currently in our squad. And then let's talk about Anthony Gordon. I remember when that year we go came from Fabrizio Romano, and a lot of persons were asking why Anthony Gordon is not that spectacular considering the price we even paid for him. But when I got to watch him over the preseason, I actually saw why Hansi Flick actually went for Anthony Gordon, right? He's a very aggressive player. He's very, very fast. He's dynamic. His first touch is superb. He just need to blend into the team, and he presses really well. He attacks spaces. I think these are one of those attributes he actually has in his game, and he's an interesting profile. And I think that is why Hansi Flick actually brought him here. So the match against Elche, don't actually watch when Anthony Gordon is with the ball. Watch him when he's without the ball. You will see how he presses, how he eats up space, his passes, his first touch. I think these are very good feelings that potentials that I feel like Hansi Flick will actually harness from Anthony Gordon. Now obviously Lamine Yamal, right? Elche already has one headache ahead. How do you stop Lamine Yamal, right? They know where the danger is, so the idea will be how do they give him little room to operate. Are you going to actually put a player on him 1v1, which you obviously know that Lamine Yamal will destroy such a player? And also, are you going to attract 2 players to him? If you do so, you're already creating space in which our midfielders, Femi, Dani Olmo, or any other player can actually take up that space and then create a vacuum in your defense for us to attack. And now this brings me to the tactical battle in this match, right? Barcelona's possession against Elche's defensive block, right? Because Elche has actually played a game and they drew 1-1 against Deportivo. So playing against the champions, they will definitely sit back. They will actually want to look very, very organized, to see how they can harness spaces behind Barcelona when we try to organize our play and press them or try to hold on possession. So I expect Elche to actually play Barcelona at their own game for 90 minutes, and I expect them to be very organized, to be very, very compact, and aggressive when the opportunity comes from there, because Elche are one very aggressive team, right? They like to take up space, pick up passes and hit you on the counter. So I think that's one area that we want to exploit from Barcelona. But if we stay organized, get to organize our play, I think we'll leave them with little or no chance. That's why I feel like if Rodri is fit, like good enough to start the match, I'll prefer him to sit in that midfield, to organize the play. Let's see what we're able to control, and so also defend our back line. Okay, so prediction time. I don't think that Barcelona will actually go to Elche and demolish them 5-0, right? I think that Elche will actually give Barcelona a run for their money. And I think my own prediction to this game is Elche 1, Barcelona 3. Right? I feel like Barcelona should be able to, get across Elche, but I think Elche also have the ability to score goals, to score in this match. So my prediction will be 1 to Elche and then 3 to Barcelona. But for a second, I would like us to actually just forget about that 3-1 prediction in favor of Barcelona. There are certain things I really am looking forward to seeing in this match, right? Number one is, can Rodri immediately, affect the control of our midfield, the moment he starts playing? My second expectation is, can Karim Adeyemi and Anthony Gordon immediately improve our attack, make it become lightning fast and very, very responsible with the ball and bury chances, right? And my third expectation is, can Lamine Yamal, continue to be that Barcelona difference maker, right? And not entirely being dependent on him, right? Now he has other players, he's surrounded by other players who, take attention away from him. So I actually expect him to be that difference maker now, score more goals, make more decisive decision, give a lot of assists, bury chances, right? If Barcelona actually answer these three questions, these core questions, then I think it will be a very, very good season for us, both in La Liga and in the Champions League, and in other competitions, the cup games and then Super Copa, right? So this is my prediction, and let me know yours. Do you think Barcelona will comfortably trash Elche in their home, right? And do you think that Rodri will bring immediate impact to our midfield, right? This is my prediction, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.